Hi, it's Tansel. Now, the other day I was on a podcast and we were talking about how to create stories to reduce your stress and anxiety. Now, if you don't already know, memory training and improving your memory requires you to make stories, right? And those stories build connection. Now, if you don't know how to do that, what's going to happen is you're going to have breaks in between your linkages so that when you do try and remember, it's not going to be effective. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that in order to have a really strong memory of something, you have to be able to tell a story, right? I'll give you an example. When I was first starting, I was always using memory techniques, just like the memory palace. I was putting words in there, numbers, and I was just making the most basic random stories. So nothing even strong, right? And for 6 years straight, I was playing around with this, trying to win a memory competition, but I would always fail, right? I would always come second. And, 1 year I came last as well, right? But once I learned how to tell a better story, then I started winning every single event. Now, what does telling a better story mean, right? I think that's what you really want to know. Stories involve things like emotions, color, just making things a lot bigger in your mind. If you're just saying, I went outside and it was raining, well, that's kind of boring, isn't it? You want to be able to say, I felt the rain. Maybe it was raining so heavily, I got drenched. Once you can feel that, that becomes embedded now within you. So it's a lot stronger. So if you want to manage stress, anxiety, all of that stuff, create a better story, one filled with positivity, and then weaken the other one. All right, make that weaker, as in visualize it in gray, take yourself out of the picture, and so on. So you can watch that podcast. It's in my channel somewhere, so go take a look. But I just want you to know that in order to really master your memory to the next level, you need to be able to tell a story really, really well. Now, a story, like I said, it's got emotions, it's got color, it's got exaggeration, all of that stuff. And if you've watched my Smash and Scope videos, you'll understand, right? And also stories, if you include yourself in them, right? Instead of saying there's a cow, there's a house. If you just look at static objects, the story doesn't go that far. But if you include yourself in there, as I mentioned earlier, you can start to use your senses, which is where the power really comes from. If you can use your senses to really visualize and imagine those stories, that's when you've won. So use the imagination, right? You've got that. You've got that power already. Play around with the emotions and see how you go. And if you're having difficulties with your memory and you want to see where you're currently at, you can take my memory scorecard down below. I've got the link down there. Click it. It'll give you all the details of what's going on with your brain and how to fix it. So there you go. Quick one today. Hope you're all well, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.